Can you believe my ex dragged me on Twitter just so he could go viral? My loser ex who majored in aquaculture is suddenly famous. Since when did the entertainment industry get this desperate? Let me tell you how messed up this is. The guy I had the world's messiest breakup with just blew up from some talent show. And his first move after fame? Not thanking the judges, his parents, the producers, or even the damn country. No. He immediately tweets at me with, "Mad yet?" My notifications exploded to 99 plus within seconds. Hands trembling. I opened my DMs to find a tsunami of "Mad yet?" And "Thanks for dumping this king. You ho!" Excuse me? I'm the villain here? Ethan. You shameless cockroach. I unblocked Ethan's number and fired off, "What's your damage?" He'd clearly been waiting. Responding instantly with typing bubbles before sending, "Naya Naya?" Was this preschool? Even Deadpool would cringe at this petty bullshit. I rolled my eyes so hard it hurt and reblocked him. Needing emotional CPR. I called my bestie Lynn. What cosmic crime did I commit to deserve this? I wailed. Why is Ethan torturing me? Text. Text. Lynn hissed. You trying to get me killed? Half the city's wearing Team Ethan merch right now. Seriously? I typed instead. Give it up. Sophie. His stands are rabid. She sent a skull emoji. Meet at your place in 20. Bring wine. I was mid-hurry bitch text when a new message popped up from Amy, some rando in my contacts. Before I could ask, "Do I know you?" She blasted, "Thanks for dumping this king. You ho!" My typed bounced back with a red exclamation mark. They'd already blocked me. Even randos in my contacts were trolling. And they didn't even let me drop my sick clap back. Do you know how painful it is for a professional shit poster to get ratioed like this? Then Amy refriended me just to spam, "Mad yet?" Before insta-blocking again. I nearly threw my phone. Ethan. Time to fight fire with hellfire. Opening Twitter. Hashtag Ethan Tagsax was already trending top 10. My stomach dropped seeing my profile pic, a cringy close-up of me mid-bite he'd taken during our relationship. The comments were brutal. My vision swam. You swore you deleted those. But then, a devilish grin spread. Who doesn't have ex-blackmail? I dove into my hidden album. Let's see how you like viral fame. Ethan, flipping through the photos one by one. A dim video suddenly caught my attention. I clicked play. It must have been dusk. Ethan sat quietly on the windowsill. His unstyled bangs forming a fluffy curtain across his forehead. Edges gilded with golden fuzz by the sunset. My finger traced his razor-sharp jawline on screen as I murmured, "Wouldn't have fallen for you without this face." The nostalgic moment shattered when on screen Ethan casually scratched his groin area through his pants. Sniffed his fingers. Then flashed that familiar gap-toothed grin at the camera. My own cackling laughter from 3 years ago erupted from the speakers. Memory flooded back, that winter when he'd lost his front tooth chasing after a sweet potato vendor's cart for me. How he dramatically knelt like some rom-com lead before jamming that bloody incisor into my hand. "You absolute menace," I whispered the same words now. Watching the 12-second clip loop endlessly. Enough reminiscing. Time for payback. I logged into Twitter and posted the video. Tagging at Ethan Wilson with caption, "To my ex, may you sail the 7 seas and return just as dumb as you left. Hashtag your faves looking stupid. Hashtag Ethan Wilson." For good measure. I paid for promoted tweets and posted a heavily filtered selfie captioned "Casual Sunday vibes" to offset the unflattering footage. Notifications exploded instantly. Obsessed with that jawline. Read the top comment. I scrolled faster. King of side profiles. Unfairly hot even being gross. What alternate universe, I muttered. Double-checking the uploaded video. There he was, gap-toothed. Mid-crotch scratch. Looking every bit the lovable idiot. Mia stared at me like I'd lost my mind when I started cackling again. Mwahahaha. Let's see his precious fandom survive this. I shoved my phone at her. Witness the downfall. She adjusted her glasses. Scrolling through comments. You might want to. I snatched back the device. The top reply under my post read, OMG, he's even hot when being normal. We stan a relatable king. My bubble tea straw gurgled empty. Since when was I drinking boba? Mia's raised eyebrow confirmed I'd been maniacally slurping during my villain arc. New plan. I declared, slamming down the cup. I'm taking his brand deal with Colgate. His dentist should thank me for this free advertising. Mia sighed. Swiping to Ethan's latest post, a toothpaste ad featuring his perfect new veneers. The caption? Some treasures are worth losing baby teeth for. Hashtag growing up Clark. My phone buzzed with a DM from Ethan Wilson. Still got that molar? Dentist says it's vintage chic now. Dinner? I showed Mia the message. Her groan echoed through the cafe as I typed back, only if you're paying with sweet potato profits. Sure enough. The next comment took a bizarre turn. Wow, Ethan. Those tooth gaps, so perfectly aligned. Seriously? People are praising this? I facepalmed hard. Scrolling down. Someone replied, right? Most people don't have such symmetrical gaps. Rolling my eyes. I kept reading, Ethan. Share the goods. Slurp slurp, what the actual? Since when did fans get this bold? My jaw dropped as dozens replied with slurp slurp chains. Shattering my worldview. Further down, Ethan's adorable, he's glowing in the sunset. Love his authentic self. Enough. I finally snapped in the comments. Aren't you guys being creepy? Instantly. Fans fired back, everyone has unflattering pics. You're the creep posting private videos without consent. Their mob mentality kicked in, you're the gross one. Fuming. I typed, he started it by leaking my embarrassing photos. Then Ethan himself replied, you mean this? Attached was my unflattering dinner face meme captioned, so pissed. Why does this fit so well? I wailed into my best friend's shoulder. Ethan. I'll END you. Sniffling. I checked my selfie post, surely my flawless beauty would shut haters up. 500 plus comments, all variations of that damn meme. Fans had created rage versions. Panda Man edits. K-pop parodies. And neon-haired abominations. I want to faceplant into concrete. I howled. My friend tried comforting me, look. Someone liked your post. See? People appreciate you. Hopeful. I clicked, the admirer's username? At follower farm scam. Ethan. Wait. Another like. She interrupted. The new fan's handle? At porn then, my best friend. Sophie. Gestured at her phone with her chin. How are you planning to clean up this little drama of yours? Clean up? I smiled serenely. Spinach leaf still stuck to my incisor. Don't you remember what they called me back in business school? The Queen of Chaos. Sophie raised an eyebrow. And how does Her Majesty plan to terrorize Ethan this time? I flashed my most devious grin. Why bother? Since he dared to drag me through the Twitter mud, I'll just hijack his clout for my live shopping spree. Already secured suppliers. We start tonight. You're on promo duty, no escaping. When did you even? 5 minutes ago. I pointed my chopsticks at her. With my manager. Manager? She choked on her mala broth. We moved faster than Prime delivery. The suppliers practically tripped over themselves when I dropped my name. Turns out going viral overnight as a regular nobody still holds weight. Their team showed up at my LA apartment before we even finished our takeout. Strike while the iron's hot. The production lead insisted. Perfect. Ethan. Prepare to meet your reckoning. That night, the live stream exploded. His fangirls swarmed in like locusts, 50K viewers within minutes. Hate comments flooding the chat. Same old insults? I smirked at the screen, angling my best influencer pose. Y'all need new material. But yes. I'm the X. Want the tea on how I snagged your oppa? Wanna know his type? The toxic barrage paused. Tentative 1111s popped up. Cue the drumroll. The Secret's Aquaglow Hydrating Sheet Mask. 70% off for 3 boxes. Limited 5,000 sets. Behind me, Sophie bellowed the countdown like a hype beast. 3, 2, 1. Let's ride. The chat transformed. Wait, this actually slaps? Just copped 3 boxes, sis. Her skin is glowing though. Out of stock? Someone rage typed. The crew member shrugged. Sold out in 37 seconds. I nearly dropped my cue cards. Holy Gucci, was I born for this? Round 2. I brandished the next merch. Ethan's iconic koi fish boxers. $19.98 gets you matching skivvies with your man. Real fans rep the drip. The chat went feral. Chasing stars. What are we chasing? We're chasing a fantasy. A purpose. A belief. Fam. Think about it. At your idol's fan meet. At his concert. At his album signing. How do you stand out from those mindless, cringy stans? How do you separate yourselves from those deranged stalker fans? It's gotta be our limited edition New Year's goldfish print boxers. Imagine, even though you're separated by that stage, I slammed the table maniacally. You're wearing matching underwear. That's your cosmic connection. That's the literal sweat of your devotion. Trust me. I said gravely. Buy them. The livestream chat exploded with question marks, but the warehouse inventory on my monitor plummeted. The staff, witnessing this madness for the first time, froze before tremblingly giving me thumbs ups. Even I didn't know I could hustle this hard. I puckered my lips to showcase the lipstick. Want to know which shade graced Ethan's lips? Smash that follow button. I grabbed eyeliner. Want the exact look I wore when Ethan asked for my number? Hit 500k likes. And Sophie's spilling secrets. Follow Sophie for more Idol Slayer makeup tutorials. Whatever product the suppliers threw at me, I spun into gold. A flashlight? Ethan and I used the stargazing on hilltops. Wet wipes. Ethan wiped my tears with these. A power bank? This kept our late-night heart-to-hearts alive during dorm blackouts. A tampon? I blinked. Then purred, "Aw. These?" Ethan once raced across town to bring me these during cramps. Check the sleek black packaging, looked so hot in his hands. Buy them! The staff's second thumbs up shook harder. As buzz grew, curious bystanders flooded the stream. Ethan's fangirls dwindled, the chat transformed. Behind the scenes, the hashtag Ethan's X sells out hashtag morphed into hashtag the makeup that slays idols. Smart move, they wanted me to pivot from Ethan's drama to my own brand. Can't milk his fame forever. Right? Plus, knowing him, he'd sue if I bled him dry. Looks like the company's betting big on me. Money and men? Incoming! Don't screw this up with tax evasion. I muttered, patting my chest. 5 hours later, I collapsed on a couch. Being iconic is exhausting. A staffer handed me a folder, MS. Sophia Johnson. Your earnings are being wired. I glanced at the number and yanked Lynn over. Mia. How many zeros? She scrambled up. Counting. 10, 100, 1,000, holy crap. Lynn snapped to attention. Bowing, boss. I'm yours forever. She refreshed her phone. Hashtag the makeup that slays idols is trending number 2. My phone buzzed, unknown number. Don't I deserve a thank you? Ethan. Still craving attention. I replied. Thanks to your whole damn family. And blocked him. Lynn frowned. Sophie. Why burn bridges? I shrugged. What bridges? She blinked. With Ethan? I turned my head away sharply. That's right. Not giving it. My best friend Lynn suddenly shrieked. What's wrong? Lynn? Did someone step on your tail? I jumped in surprise. Lynn thrust her phone at me. That Jacob Thompson you've been following for 7 years just like your post. I snatched the device lightning fast. Seeing that familiar handsome face in the notifications, my cheeks flushed peach blossom pink as my limbs turned to jelly. Lynn immediately caught my boneless slump. Tears welled up as I gazed at her. Do you think Jake and I should have a traditional or Western wedding? She rolled her eyes. Let's table the ceremony planning. Bonus news, your precious Jake just followed you. I shot up like a rocket. What's the world record for high jump? Doesn't matter, I just shattered it. My shrinking view of Lynn proved I'd achieved liftoff. Suddenly, reality struck like lightning, crashing me back to earth. Oh God! The DMs! I wailed. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever sent enthusiastic private messages to your celebrity crush on social media? Let me tell you about mine. Back when Jacob Thompson was just a baby-faced newcomer. His soulful eyes and the historical drama chronicles of Great Show melted millions of hearts. I still remember his character, the tragic second male lead who got dismembered and tortured to death protecting the heroine. Teenage me sobbed so hard I nearly dehydrated. Through snot and tears. I followed Jake's account and fired off my first DM, husband. I'd die for you. Thus began my daily ritual of cyber flirting. Messages ranged from basic morning, hubby and let's make babies, to full-blown imaginary domestic life. Left breakfast on the table, eat before your shoot. Drink the herbal soup mom made when you get home. I'm exhausted, remember to hang the laundry when you're back. Mostly though. I treated him like a personal assistant. Friday, econometrics exam. 3 p.m. Building 1 room 503, 7 p.m. Ifu Hall. Toilet paper. Bottled water. Shampoo. Star candies. The kicker? My recent rewatch comment, hubby. I'd still die for you. The horror? Every single message now showed, red. Is this digital seppuku? In front of the man I've loved for 7 years? I collapsed on the floor. Lynn. Cancel my wedding plans. I'm moving to Alaska. Lynn patted my hand. Don't worry. I'll keep the gift money. Feel free to attend my wedding with Jake though. Over my dead body. I yanked my hand back. Our love is titanium. No home wrecking cat lady can. Ding! The notification tone froze my blood. Hands trembling. I whispered, can I block him before he... Lynn snorted, at least see what he sent. Peeking through my fingers. I glimpsed the message. Sophia Johnson. Please accept my WeChat request. Turns out Jake's agency BFA Entertainment partners with my e-commerce company. To boost my Queen of Livestream sales image. They arranged a collaboration. Of course! Celebrities don't just randomly slide into DMs. Though for one glorious second, I'd imagined other possibilities. Sophie and I, Jake, are long-lost twins separated at birth due to hospital negligence. The Thompson family had been searching for me desperately all these years. Today, when my live streaming career suddenly took off, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson spotted me online and exclaimed, Sophie, we finally found our daughter. I'd even mentally prepared for this reunion, fantasizing about being called Sophia Thompson. But let's get real. Ever wondered what to message your celebrity crush after getting their phone number? Maybe send a wish link to break the ice? Suggested my best friend Lynn. I stayed silent. What's wrong? Mia asked. I'm waiting for him to text first. If I don't feel awkward, he'll be the awkward one. I retorted. But you're clearly dying inside. Mia pointed at my feet. Your big toe just ripped through brand new socks. Sophie. Snap out of it. You're the finance department's ice queen who's dated more guys than I've eaten rice. Use half your usual charm. Mia shook my shoulders. Go charm Jake. Our VIP backstage passes depend on this. Should I text normally then? I hesitated. Just do it. Mia urged. Taking a deep breath. I sent a voice message, "Hey, show me your abs." Mia stared at me in horror. 20 seconds later, we gaped at Jake's shirtless selfie. Who knew the quiet type packed such heat? Mia fanned herself. "Quick! Cast it to the 120-inch TV. I commanded. "Happy?" Jake's follow-up text appeared. "Want more?" He wants to continue? I smirked at Mia. This man's totally into me. Mia tilted her head skeptically. Doubtful. But proceed. Channeling my inner femme fatale. I sent Jake a Wish link, "Help me get this discount." After prolonged typing indicators, he finally replied, "Done." I collapsed laughing. See? Keep them guessing. I posted our exchange on Instagram with caption, "When your celebrity crush becomes your personal assistant." Mia facepalmed. "He'll think you're insane." "That's the genius." I explained. Strategic silliness plants the adorable airhead image. Makes me more intriguing. Mia muttered prayers for Jake's sanity. Scrolling through jealous comments, I noticed Ethan had liked my post. Ugh. Why is my ex still lurking? Weeks later. D-Day arrived, my first meeting with future boyfriend Jake. Future? You haven't even met. Mia scoffed as we lurked outside a men's restroom. I saw him go in. I'll stage a meet cute fragile damsel crashing into his arms. I clutched file folders dramatically. You look less like a songbird and more like a rotisserie chicken. Mia deadpanned. Just signal when he exits. I shoved her across the hallway, ready to drop my papers for that perfect rom-com moment. At that moment, I noticed the hallway speakers were playing Stephanie Sun's Encounter. My heart leaped. Would you look at that? Heaven itself is rooting for this meet cute. They've even got the soundtrack rolling. Just as I started preening, Mia's expression abruptly changed. Showtime! I strode forward purposefully and collided with a rock-solid chest. Holy abs! Since when did chests feel this secure? Fluttering my lashes dramatically, I looked up into an infuriatingly familiar grinning face. Ethan? My voice cracked embarrassingly. The hallway music suddenly switched tracks. Dong 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 ca dong 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 ca 1,000 years waiting for this moment, I deadpanned internally. Seriously? Which community college did this hallway DJ graduate from? Well. Ethan gripped my shoulders. If it isn't our rising live stream sales queen. I jerked away violently. What are you doing here? His smile turned conciliatory as he retracted his hands. Sophie, let's talk after your event tonight. Talk? No thanks. Don't be difficult. His fingers closed around my wrist. Since when are we on difficult terms? I glared. We're barely acquaintances. Can't two friends catch up? Sorry, I've got plans. Come on. Sophie. His grip tightened painfully. I know you better than that. As I struggled, my folders cascaded to the floor with echoing slaps. The abrupt silence made every staring face burn into my skin. I stood paralyzed. Humiliation rising like fever as Mia scrambled to gather my props, now transformed from planned theatrics to genuine. Let go, my whisper trembled with unexpected tears. Yet his hold remained. Suddenly, warm hands settled on my shoulders, pulling me backward against a firm chest. Ms. Johnson already has evening plans. The voice rumbled above my head, chin lightly brushing my hair. My apologies. That voice, Jake? I craned backward, only to stare directly at his Adam's apple. Tilting further, I found him looking down with amused eyes. The soup was oversalted today. Go lighter on the seasoning next time. What's that supposed to mean? I hissed after he steered me aside. Mean? He scratched his neck. Helping you escape? Why help me? Do I need a reason? I jabbed his chest. You're hitting on me. His eyes widened comically. What? You read my DMs? I accused. All those soup memes I sent. You actually scrolled through them. Pressing closer. I narrowed my eyes. Admit it, you want to date me. His eyes widened comically. What did you say? Like what? Never mind. He patted my head like he was amused at a puppy. See you later. Freaking weirdo. I muttered, touching the spot he'd ruffled. Mia materialized like a specter. Details. What did Jake say? Nothing. I watched his retreating figure. Just politely asked if he wants to date me. Whoa. She gaped. That's some bold play. Working hours always flow so smoothly. In professional mode, Jacob Thompson exudes the poise of a seasoned entertainer with meticulous attention to detail. And let's not forget the lethal dose of hotness. Maintaining my usual cheeky grin and silver tongue during the scripted banter. I kept catching Jake's seemingly casual glances. Every time I met his gaze, he'd flash that gentle smile before refocusing on work. Wait, do I have makeup smudges? Eyelid tape peeling? Lipstick on my teeth? Or is this guy actually into me? Scratching my head, I wondered, what's with this sudden flood of romantic attention lately? Lost in these thoughts, the workday evaporated. Parched and exhausted, I collapsed on the sofa craving nothing but my bed and 12 hours of oblivion. Yet as I dragged myself through the studio doors, Ethan materialized like some persistent ghost. Seriously? I snapped. Don't you A-listers have better things to do? Thought you had evening plans. He retorted with that infuriating smirk. Get stood up. Rolling my eyes, I pushed past him. None of your business. Stop being difficult. Ethan grabbed my arm. Let's talk properly. Excuse me? I turned with full meme-worthy confusion face. Who's being difficult here? You're being unreasonable. He insisted. Jesus H. Christ. I exploded. Why would I waste breath on you? Shouldn't you be schmoozing at some VIP event instead of haunting me? Ethan's voice tightened. How many times do I have to come begging? What more do you want? The penny dropped. Oh, a laugh bubbled up. So Mr. Hotshot actually wants to rekindle old flames? He stared at my giggling fit. What's so funny? Tilting my head, I mused. You'd kill in comedy. Ever consider partnering with Kevin Hart? Stop messing around. Ethan's neck flushed crimson. Ethan, I said slowly. You might be overestimating your appeal. My eyes traveled from his designer shoes to his Botox smooth forehead. Think becoming famous turned you from scrappy alley cat to pedigree show cat? His jaw clenched. Believe your own hype much? I stepped closer. That I'd come running at your snap? No. Sophie. He reached out. I still. Save it. I cut him off. Keep your recycled feelings. Not interested. As I turned, Ethan blocked my path. You're upset about the Twitter drama, right? The joke went too far. Now that I've made it, I can give you enough. My laughter turned sharp. Talking to your delusional ass is like arguing with a brick wall. Switching tactics. I yelled toward the alley shadows, Jake. Get your fine ass out here. A familiar silhouette froze before emerging, Jake trying, and failing, to look casual. I latched onto his arm like human armor. We're done here. Bye Felicia. Upgraded to bigger fish. Huh? Ethan sneered. Takes one to know one. I shot back, dragging stiff-limbed Jake down the street. After 2 blocks, Jake finally spoke. Where exactly are we going? How about proper soup this time? I suggested. Payment for being my human shield. He hesitated. Your place, this late? I punched his chest. Get your mind off the gutter. Mia's diner, that's where I learned to cook. Right, he rubbed the spot I'd punched. Far? 10-minute walk. Jake grimaced. Will it be crowded? With my face being, he gestured self-consciously. Oh, don't worry. The restaurant's closed these 2 days. I jingled my keys. Let's go cook up a storm. Thankfully, Lynn's family restaurant had all the ingredients. Soon I brought out my specialty, pork rib soup with Chinese yam. Try it. I ladled a bowl for Jake. He glanced at me before taking a cautious sip. Eyebrows lifting. Not bad. Same as before. Cut the crap. I laughed, punching his shoulder, thinking he was still teasing about our DM jokes. He drank more soup, then studied me. What? Got something to say? He grinned. Mind if I ask? You and him. Ugh. I rolled my eyes. Didn't expect a top celebrity to be this nosy. Entertainment while eating? Jake shrugged, scoffing. I admitted. Nothing dramatic. Dated. Then split. Jake nearly choked. That's brutally honest. Handing him a tissue, I continued. We were college classmates. Met in student council. Campus heartthrob meets one of many campus belles. I refilled his bowl. Spent enough time together. Things happened. Our looks landed us in school promo videos. Talent scouts came knocking after a few shoots. Why didn't you try? Jake asked. I know my limits. Finance major crashing showbiz? Smart. He chuckled. But Ethan? I snorted. Aquaculture major chasing fame? Join survival shows. Haunted film sets, splash? More like a damp squib. Why'd you break up? His persistence? Having dreams isn't bad. I truly loved him. My smile faded. But he crossed lines. Jake listened quietly, stirring his soup with that intense gaze that once trended as soulful eyes from his drama days. Damn. Stay composed. Don't fall for it. Some people love you because they love themselves. I finally said. Like birds preening feathers. I was just plumage. Feathers drop when they soar. He chose fame over you? Would've been cleaner. My laugh turned bitter. 1:02 a.m. call. He stammered about, accompanying some friends for drinks. Jake's expression darkened. I believe he loved me. Birds treasure their feathers. Right? My voice cracked. At least he asked instead of ordering. Given our history, I'd have gone without question. After the breakup, I volunteered in a remote northern village. Country's not settled yet, no time for heartbreaks. Jake drained his bowl. Why's he back now? Thinks fame can reclaim lost feathers. I piled more ingredients into his bowl, watching him eat. Status equals control in his world. Jake swirled his spoon. So the famous bird wants his dropped plumage back? He probably didn't even realize how ridiculous he was acting. I shrugged. Gave me major now that I'm famous. Sophie, you better come crawling back to worship me. Vibes. Once broken hearts are like shattered glass. As if I'd ever go back to that garbage. I flicked my wrist dismissively. Especially some self-absorbed jerk who thinks he's God's gift. Noticing Jake checking his phone, I realized I'd been ranting too long. Anyway, it's getting late. Why don't you finish up and head out? He silently slid his phone toward me. The crimson hot top trending hashtag screamed Ethan's ex Sophie caught dating Jake. The accompanying photo showed me linking arms with Jake's back profile. The angle left no doubt Ethan had snapped this himself. That bastard! I exploded. Can't handle rejection, so he's lashing out like a rabid chihuahua? Jake's ringing phone confirmed his PR team was blowing up. Mr. Loyal Golden Bachelor here had maintained a pristine no-dating image throughout his career. His publicist was probably hyperventilating into a paper bag right now, watching him pace while handling crisis calls. Something clicked. Wait, aren't I the queen of live streaming sales with my own management team? Shouldn't my phone be blowing up too? Scrolling through 32 missed calls, damn silent mode. I returned one. My CEO answered instantly. Practically genuflecting through the line, "Holy mother of clout. I'm kissing your Gucci slides. That hashtag's not trending, it's your personal toilet seat. We're swimming in engagement. You okay there?" I deadpanned. "Are you okay?" He shrieked. "Our servers are melting. You're trending in 7 countries. You are my cash cow." Hanging up, I turned to Jake. "Now what?" "Your fangirls are currently digging up my kindergarten report cards online." He blinked innocently. "We could go public." "Public with what?" I fake gasped. "Jake, are you trying to date me?" Backpedaling dramatically, I tripped over the coffee table. Jake lunged to cushion my fall, landing us in textbook K-drama position, his arms cradling my head, our lips inches apart. So, his breath tickled my nose. "Wanna try this for real?" My brain short-circuited. Behind my eyelids, chaotic memes flashed, ancient war declarations, anime friendship speeches. Even that traitor. Scene from every Republican-era drama. Finally, I snorted. Season 1. Episode 8 of A Summer Breeze. End credits roll at 43:15. What? Don't play dumb. I shoved him off. This exact meet-cute scene's ripped from your 2018 rom-com. Same lines. Same pratfall. Same, I gestured at our tangled limbs. You recycle pickup lines like TikTok trends? Should we recreate the kiss scene too? I challenged, jutting my chin. Go ahead. I'm getting paid either way. Jake scrambled upright. Flustered. I don't, save it. Last time you rescued me from paparazzi? I mimed his chin-on-head pose. Straight out of Love in Shanghai Episode 5. Your fans have analyzed every frame, we know all your moves. Running fingers through his hair. He mumbled. I just wanted to impress you. Nice try. I winked, kicking the door open. But your fan club's immune to your charms. Now scram. As the door closed, I collapsed against it, hyperventilating. Speed dialing Mia. I squealed, Mia. Jake tried to kiss me. Stop sounding so smug. She yelled. You totally let him. His eyelashes were brushing my cheek. I lamented, clutching my chest. But he chickened out. 2 more seconds and I'd have the window slammed open. Jake's stunned face appeared mid-climb. Wait, really? I froze like a statue. Wait. You're still here? My ride hasn't arrived yet. Jake raised his phone, the screen glowing. Also, you were kind of loud. Rideshare? Smart choice. I babbled nervously. Totally convenient. I use them all the time. About what you said earlier, he began. Joke. I cut him off. Just locker room talk. Don't overthink it. I mean, I'm not actually. Can I have a chance? Jake interrupted. Chance for what? To pursue you. I choked. Me? A nobody with 3-day-old socks versus Hollywood's golden boy? This isn't some cheesy CEO romance novel. If you're bored, find another plaything. I'm serious. His gaze held mine. You've followed my career for years. Don't you trust my character? Trust? In showbiz? I scoffed. We fans worship personas, not actual people. Wait, a realization hit. Is this a PR stunt? New movie coming out? Manufacture a scandal for buzz? Cash in then dump me? I fake gasped. Brilliant. Oscar-worthy scheming. Genuine. He ignored my theatrics. Why me? I gestured at my holy sock. Look at this train wreck. How's your confession credible when my big toe's waving hello? Do you believe in fate? Jake pulled a worn leather wallet, extracting a folded note. My breath hitched as I recognized the chaotic scrawl. Come marry me. Sophie. That chicken scratch handwriting could only be mine. I stared dumbly. When did I? How, I guess you. Jake's eyes lit up. I pressed a hand to my forehead. This surpassed even the wildest fanfiction. My idol of 8 years carrying my marriage proposal? Had some Quora writer hacked reality? No way. I shoved the note back. We've never met. Jake carefully refolded his relic. My ride's here. Cancel it. I snapped. You don't get to drop bombshells then flee. He obediently called the driver. Angry honks erupted from his phone. You just canceled? I facepalmed. That driver's cursing your ancestry now. Worth it. He grinned. When destiny calls, you answer. My pulse raced as he winked. No. You can't come in. I slammed the door chain. This reeks of bad decisions. You leave now. Don't you want the story behind the note? His voice teased through the door. Two mental devils wrestled in my skull, one screaming curiosity, the other survival instinct. The imp with pitchfork currently held the advantage. Let's talk tomorrow. I smacked the demon figurine flat. Or text me later. Just get out already. Okay. Jacob Thompson nodded obediently, swiftly ordering another rideshare. You're this compliant? I stared. I'm courting you. Gotta make a good impression. Jake grinned. Sorry. But I prefer wild guys. Not obedient ones. I shrugged. Jake glanced at me, then nodded. I'll adjust accordingly. With a wave, he disappeared into the night, belatedly waving back. I muttered. That's Jake for you. Still looked hot even with his pants riding up. Exhausted, I finally collapsed on my couch. Today's events felt surreal. What kind of soap opera plot was this? Why did his wallet contain my scribbled note? Tossing restlessly, I realized I'd never sleep without solving this mystery. Grabbing my phone, I texted Jake, home yet? Just got in. He replied instantly. What's the deal with the note? I demanded. It's a long story, summarize. All right. I'll explain step by step. Wrapping myself in a blanket, I watched his messages flood in. 3 years ago, I was filming Hawks of the Peaks in the Mountains, remember that show? Got severe food poisoning. Fever spiked to 103 degrees Fahrenheit. The filming site was too remote. Crew had to leave me at a village clinic overnight. The local family took great care of me. Village doctor gave meds. But the fever kept raging. Middle of the night, delirious. Dehydrated, I knocked over my water glass trying to reach it. That's when you walked in. Hold up. I interrupted. Me? Walking in where? Someone nursed me all night. Fed me pills. Held the cup to my lips. When I finally opened my eyes at dawn, there was this girl smiling at me by candlelight. You're saying that was me? I typed incredulously. Absolutely. Jake insisted. This is beyond ridiculous. I groaned. Next you'll claim I'm your first love haunting your wallet. The note, you gave it to me that night. I facepalmed. So now I'm Cinderella meets Exorcist? Should I start selling merch as aka Mysterious Fever Angel? She kept saying things like running out of time and you'll recover, and marry her someday. I thought it was fever dreams until I woke up clutching this note. But the villagers swore no girl had been there. You vanished like mist. I grimaced at my phone. This isn't romance, it's a horror plot. The ghost girl who stole my heart. Still, I should thank Ethan. Jake added. Why that jerk? I snapped. His viral tweet led me to you. When I randomly clicked that hashtag and saw your photo, his messages accelerated. It felt like destiny. Gee. Thanks. I deadpanned. But I don't steal boyfriends from phantom women. Admit it. Jake, this is just some elaborate pickup scheme. Right? No way this paranormal crap's real. Then explain the note. He countered. That's your handwriting. You'd have called me delusional otherwise. I don't care about logic or ghosts. Jake's final text blazed. I know it was you. The note proves it. Slumping back, I stared at the damning slip of paper, every stroke undeniably mine. Jake had cornered me. This inexplicable evidence left me speechless. Deep down, I was absolutely certain those were my handwriting strokes. But how could I have written that note? I'd only been sending one-sided messages through Weibo DMs all these years. Sweet heavens! Did my 7-year streak of borderline stalker DMs to Jake Thompson actually move Cupid's heart? That couldn't be right. Lynn kept at it for 9 years. Does Cupid play favorites based on looks now? No, 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 no. As a materialistic millennial raised under socialist values, how could I entertain such superstitious nonsense? Wait, did I actually take care of Jake that day? Impossible. I was already. Hold on. Wait. A lightning bolt of realization struck me. Oh my God. I think I figured it out. Ha 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 ha. Hey. Where exactly were you filming back then? I typed furiously. Near Longling in northern border province. Came Jake's reply. Bingo. That explains everything. Everything clicks into place now. What's wrong? You did go there. Didn't you? Jake pressed. Wouldn't you like to know? I teased. Shouldn't you be strategizing with your PR team about our trending scandal instead? We're still topping the hot searches. If you're willing to date me, I wouldn't mind going public immediately. Jake responded. Are you even idol material? I facepalmed. Relationship announcements are career suicide. You could get cancelled overnight. So you're willing? Just worried about the execution? Didn't say that. I fired back. After a pause, new messages popped up. Truth is, I've been planning this transition for years. My agency's been scouting opportunities. While my acting holds up, the idol drama market's shrinking. Better to pivot while I still have clout and room for experimentation. We've agreed on rebranding me as a mature leading man. Dating or going public was always part of the roadmap. Just needed the right leading lady. Want to try being mine? The last message came as a voice note. I replayed it 6 times. Screamed into a couch pillow for 20 seconds. Then typed 3 characters, so cringe. That bad? Jake replied with a sighing emoji. Serious question. I ventured. Even if it was me that day. I was just some random helper. Why the obsession? Actually, I've wondered that too. He admitted. Beyond your obvious beauty, it's more like, how to put this? What? Can't even fake a decent reason? How shallow? I scoffed. Know about firefighters? He asked. My brother-in-law is one. Why? They say women rescued from burning buildings often marry their rescuers. Jake explained. When someone crashes through your darkest inferno, holds you tight and says I've got you, that kind of moment etches itself into your bones. I typed ellipses. What's wrong? Let's just say, after my last toxic relationship, everything you say sounds like a ploy to harvest my organs. I shot back. And full disclosure, my heart's doing triple axels here. But I refuse to believe it. The sweeter you sound, the more suspicious I get. I can't accept being this lucky. Night. I sent the final WeChat message and powered off. Watching the screen go dark, I exhaled slowly into the stillness. I woke up refreshed. Blinking awake, I immediately grabbed my phone. No new messages from Jake on WeChat. A tiny pang of disappointment hit. Humans are such contradictory creatures. When he pursued me, I doubted him. Now his silence irked me. Opening Weibo. Our back view photo still dominated the trending list. Glowing crimson hot. Scrolling through, I noted Jake's official studio account remained silent. Ethan hadn't made any new statements either. Only my company's marketing account kept hyping this up like a stray dog in heat. I cringed. Could we be any more shameless? Dialing my boss. I barked. Yo. Cut the clout chasing before I get cyberbullied to death. Yeah. Apologies first. His gleeful voice crackled through. But check your bonus. Miss Cash Cow. Consider it hazard pay for playing publicity pawn. Miss Cash Cow? My last name's Johnson. I fumed until logging into my bank account. The balance made me spring up bowing. Sir, perhaps we could escalate the hype? Just a smidge? Atta girl. He crooned. Money really does make ghosts push mills. Staring at my fattened savings, I giggled. Cold hard cash never breaks your heart. But comfort breeds mischief. Returning to Jake's silent chat. I typed, "You there?" Instant reply, "Always." 12 hours radio silent? This your idea of courtship? I teased, biting my lip. Thought you were mad, he responded anxiously. Pfft. Never let a girl's words hit the floor. Got it? You're the straight man to my comedian, catch every punchline. Sounds intense? Ever dated anyone? I probed. Never had time. He confessed. Child star since 12. Tutors on film sets. No classmates. No normalcy. Yikes. So when I say jump, I'll ask how high. He vowed. Good boy. Now, I leaned forward. Fingers flying. Jake, wanna pull off the heist of the century? The office fell silent as I strutted in later. Whispers trailed me. That's the woman who tamed Ethan and Jake. Terrifying, their awestruck glances screamed, this woman plays extremely smartly. Barging into the boss's office. I declared, time to print money. Name your price. Queen. He sniffled dramatically. 20 minutes later. 2 hashtags nuked the internet. Number 2, Sophie and Jake reinvent live commerce. Number 1, you decide Jake's relationship status. Fans scratched their heads at the second tag until our official account blasted explainer graphics, basically wallpapering the internet with them. The countdown began. The poster shows my dramatically styled yet stunning self viciously gripping Jake Thompson's collar with one hand while waving an oversized microphone with the other. My face lit up with excitement. Below this scene blares a bold headline, You Decide Jake Thompson's Love Life. A subhead clarifies, pioneering China's first interactive charity livestream. Follow Jake and Sophie Johnson's romantic journey as we uncover their story. Viewer engagement may influence the couple's relationship progression. All proceeds will fund infrastructure development in northern border regions. Girl, you're a godsend. The boss clings to my leg. Tears in his eyes. My career's finally taking off at 42. You're turning your dating rumors with Jake into a reality dating show? Asks Alan, Jake's level-headed agent. Adjusting his glasses. Exactly. I nod, shooting a glance at the blushing pop star beside me. Ever played interactive games like Detroit, Become Human? Or attended murder mystery parties? Basically, how Jake and I progress depends on real-time merchandise sales. You're outsourcing your relationship to viewers? Alan's eyebrows shoot up. So, is this real or not? Absolutely real. Jake blurts out. I roll my eyes dramatically without confirming. The boss scrambles up from the floor. Studying Jake. Wait, you haven't even won her over yet? Jake scratches his neck sheepishly. Well, not entirely. As the live stream begins, fans flood the virtual space. Jake's flawless features fill the screen first. Hi everyone. I'm Jacob Thompson. The simple greeting triggers a tsunami of emojis and all-caps declarations, OMG perfection. Take my soul Jacob. King of Pop. 11111111. Damn Jake. When did you get this popular? I cheekily squeeze into frame until our cheeks nearly touch. Sparking instant outrage. EW get that thought away. Protect Jacob at all costs. Troll the witch. A notification suddenly pops up, fan challenge, sell 50k units of Sophie's Aqua Bloom facial mask to make Emilia Clarke leave Jacob's side. Chat explodes. Wait, if we buy 50k masks, that gold digger has to scram? Don't line her pockets, sisters. I bat my eyelashes at the camera. That's right. Loves. Hit 50k sales and this annoying goddess will move to the back row. You'll get private time with your precious Jakey Poo. Plus, I rip open a mask packet with my teeth, slapping it on dramatically. Jake adores how dewy this makes my skin. The flustered idol stammers confirmation, why yeah, super effective, as I squish closer, reducing him to a blushing mess that sends fangirls into keyboard smashing frenzy. Traitors! Who's buying these? Just 10k left, buy to save Jake. 45k already? Scam alert! I gasped theatrically at our staffer's shell-shocked expression. Sophie, we prepped 200k units. They cleared inventory in 12 minutes. I took a deep breath and addressed the camera, my saviors. Let me bow to show my gratitude. Hey! Your sheet mask is slipping. Jake immediately reached to adjust it, only for me to lose balance and tumble into his arms. Our eyes met, looking straight out of a K-drama poster. The moment would have been perfect if my sheet mask hadn't slipped halfway down my face. Wah, leave our Jake alone. Villainous. She totally planned this. Wait, this is kinda cute though? I scrambled to my feet before the moment could swallow me whole. Jake. Those soulful eyes of yours are like the wishing well back home, once you fall in. There's no climbing out. Blowing a kiss to the camera, I announced, since you completed the fan challenge, I'll honor our deal and move to the back row. Finally. The Wicked Witch is gone. Jake. Turn around. Stop staring at her. Jake sighed dramatically at the lens. This was my first chance to be alone with Sophie. The chat exploded with broken heart emojis. We bought 200k sheet masks for this? Since we're here, Jake leaned conspiratorially toward the camera. Let me share how Sophie and I first met. Chat scrolled furiously. We spent $2 million to banish her. Now you're giving us play-by-play romance? Let's leave. This is torture. Someone typed through tears. Then the camera panned to Jake's sculpted jawline. The same fan immediately added, darn it. 5 more minutes. Jake launched into the story, how he'd gotten food poisoning during filming, been taken in by villagers, and been nursed back to health by a mysterious helper who vanished by dawn. He even produced the handwritten note I'd left, come find me when you're ready. Gasps flooded the live chat. No way. This is straight from a fairy tale. Case closed, Sophie's a forest spirit. MS. Johnson. A crew member whispered beside me. This is scripted. Right? All true. I said calmly, sipping my water. Every head except Jake swiveled toward me in disbelief. Now we're returning to the mountain village where it all began. Jake glanced back at me. Of course I don't believe in magical healers. Especially since Sophie denies being that girl. So we made a bet, if I prove it was her, she becomes my girlfriend. The chat froze momentarily before erupting. Our Jake is chasing her? And failing? MS. Johnson. Write a manual. Teach us your ways. Jake. She's trouble. You're too pure for this. Amid Jake's cheerful narration and fans' anguished screams, our convoy reached the mountain pass. The rugged terrain forced us to continue on foot. Jake kept filming as we walked. Our ride can't go further. See that ridge? He flipped the camera to landscape mode. The village is halfway up that slope. I gazed ahead. The cluster of weathered rooftops looked exactly as I remembered, frozen in time like pressed flowers between memory's pages. Sophie, the mountain path is pretty steep. Let me hold your hand. Jake didn't wait for my response before grasping my fingers. As I tried to pull away, our producer elbowed my ribs, hissing through gritted teeth. Hold on tight. We're launching the product any second. Rolling my eyes, I turned toward Jake only to catch the smug grin he hadn't quite hidden. This guy. When did the formerly clueless method actor learn to play reality TV games so well? The live stream chat exploded instantly. Jake, take your hands off her right now. Homewrecker alert. Get away from our man. No. My pure Jake's been contaminated. Just drop the product link already. I'll buy your entire stock if you make that woman leave. Perfect timing. The producer signaled his assistant. Launch it. The familiar purchase interface popped up, though this time showcasing charity meals. Each purchase provides nutritious lunches for children in the Northern Mountains region. Jake read aloud. At 50,000 orders, I'll immediately release Miss Johnson's hand. Charity? The fandom paused mid-rant. Well played. Sophie. Didn't think you had it in you. Sisters. We've got moral and practical reasons to smash that buy button now. Just purchased 100 meals. Extra portions for those kiddos. Got distracted by Jake's jawline earlier. But those mountain villages do look rough. Bought 20. The counter rocketed to 50,000 within minutes. Jake reluctantly released my hand with exaggerated frustration, making me snort laugh. OMG, why's Sophie blushing? You're enjoying this too much. Merch team, sell Jake hand-holding sessions next. Take my money. Okay, but low-key. Sophie's kinda stunning? Newbie in chat, finish your charity purchase then simp. Thanks. Was I actually flushed? My fingertips confirmed warm cheeks. Cut me some slack. Any of Jake's 20 million strong fan army would combust if he held their hand this gently. I'm practically steel-skinned compared to them. We continued broadcasting while hiking toward the village. 5 years hadn't changed this time capsule settlement. Every weathered fence post and terraced field matched my memories perfectly. Sophie? Teacher Sophie. That you? A firewood-carrying farmer gaped at our group. Uncle Fong. I brightened, recognizing the village elder. His calloused hands gripped mine warmly. Back to teach our kids? They've missed you sorely. Miss them too. How's little ghost? Still at the old homestead? The smile slid off Uncle Fong's face. That boy. He's fading fast. Best hurry over. My stomach dropped. Without explanation, I sprinted toward the familiar hillside cottage. Crew members scrambling behind. The still active livestream buzzed with new comments as viewers processed my past as a rural teacher. Sophie actually lived here? For a whole year? Respect though, that's hardcore for a city girl. Doesn't mean she's good enough for Jake. But our boy's clearly into her. Do we support this? What's happening? Who's little ghost? Jake panted, keeping pace while addressing cameras. He's a local kid raised by his grandma. Sophie stayed with them during her teaching days. Actually, he nodded toward distant peaks. When I filmed Eagle's last flight 3 years back, I got food poisoning and recuperated in that same house. Little Ghost kept stealing my electrolyte drinks. The chat erupted anew as we reached a crumbling shack. There, curled beneath threadbare blankets, a skeletal teen trembled with fever. Medical supplies from our crew's first aid kits already surrounded him. Malaria meds administered. Our medic announced. We'll evacuate him to the county hospital at dawn. I knelt beside the semi-conscious boy, smoothing sweat-drenched hair. Hang tight, little ghost. Big sis Sophie's got you. Jake's camera captured the moment my teardrop splashed onto the patient's wrist. The livestream counter froze briefly before donations began doubling. So, the person who took care of Ethan that night was actually Sophie herself? A fan asked in the livestream. Jake Thompson shook his head, but Sophie started teaching here a year before I came to film. The chat instantly filled with eerie tension. Wait, time travel romance? This feels kinda creepy. Don't scare me like that. Jake, babe. Jake chuckled at the comments. From Sophie's tone earlier. Augui must be seriously ill. Let's check on him first. When I arrived at Augui's shack, a crowd had gathered outside. My frantic footsteps slowed as I approached the crumbling house that seemed smaller than I remembered. kids recognized me immediately, a mess. Sophie's back. Their waving hands contrasting with my forced smile. The village medic sighed by the bedside. He's been unconscious for days. Won't last much longer. Jake squeezed through the crowd, his arms steadying me. How did this happen? ALS. I whispered, startled by how rapidly the disease had progressed. Ague's skeletal frame barely filled the cot, his sunken eyelids twitching as I brushed his sallow cheek. The soft fuzz on his jaw shocked me. When did this boy become old enough for stubble? Where's Granny Ague? My voice cracked. The medic lit a cigarette, then thought better of it. Past 2 years back. Jake caught me as my knees buckled. Crimson sunset bled through the window, mirroring the lacquered coffin in the corner. I remembered teaching Ague's class outdoors, pointing to the mountains where the sun dipped. You'll cross those peaks someday. While other kids daydreamed of cities, Ague had whispered, MS. Sophie, what if I never leave? That afternoon, I'd scribbled a promise on notebook paper. Come marry me when you're well, Sophie. Now the live chat scrolled with condolences instead of gossip. Jake's arms tightened around me as viewers typed, "This is too heartbreaking, ALS at his age? Damn. Hold strong, Sophie." Dusk settled like ash. The coffin's varnish gleamed faintly, reflecting our shared silence. Right. The conditions in Northridge are truly harsh. Poor ghost. Is ALS even curable? Can we donate? Jake. Let's switch to lighter topics. Jake glanced at me in his arms, forcing cheerfulness. Thank you for your support, everyone. Great news, our live stream's permanent charity sponsorships have surpassed 500 million yuan. All profits will directly fund Northridge's infrastructure, transportation, healthcare, education. Soon, children there will grow up in transformed communities. Sophie here fought the company for these initiatives. Jake chuckled ruefully. Apologies for turning a dating show into a charity program. But isn't this more meaningful? The audience overwhelmingly agreed. Then can Sophie reveal the note's secret? Notes! Notes! Name your price. What do we need to buy to get answers? Just say the number, we'll smash that purchase button. Ladies, rally the troops. Jake nudged me. Sophie, even I'm curious. Got more merchandise to sell? His expression made me laugh. All right. I'll share everything I know. Long live the wifey. Flashed across the screen. We both caught the fleeting comment. Jake tightened his embrace as I cleared my throat. Beginning Ghost's note story. So this was for Ghost? Jake questioned. Exactly. I nodded. Then why did I get it? I clearly remember meeting you that night. This still doesn't add up. No idea. I shrugged, hiding a smile. You chat, I'll check on Ghost. I didn't get far before secretly opening the livestream. Viewers were spamming, Jake. She's gone. Stop staring after her. I snorted. Dork. Looking up, I found the rotund boss dramatically gazing skyward at 45 degrees. Boss? Sophie. His jowls jiggled with delight. Sorry this livestream isn't profitable, think of it as charity work. I clasped hands pleadingly. Charity? He belly laughed, patting his drum-tight stomach. I'm drowning in gains. Between this charity hype and your viral ghost love story with Jake, we've dominated trending lists for weeks. Sure, this event's not profitable, but our company valuation? Through the roof. Everyone's throwing money at us now. I stopped his grotesque belly drumming. As long as you're not losing money, losing? This is the motherlode. He resumed his philosopher king pose, perching by Ghost's bedside. I grasped his chilled hand. Ghost. Teacher Sophie's back. No response. Tears fell on his gaunt face. Remember our first meeting? While classmates played, you trembled in the corner. When I asked what's wrong, you forced a smile, Don't fear me. Teacher. It's just my illness. That night you caught me crying. Teacher. Homesick? You asked. I said. Someone I loved became stained. Uncleanable. You wiped my tears with your knuckles. I'm luckier. My special person's the best in the world. My lips quivered. Ghost. I found my best person too. Big brother, a soft call suddenly jolted me out of my memories. Ague. You're awake. I was so excited that I almost jumped up. Well. Who was this brother calling? I quickly turned around and saw Jake. He looked equally stunned. Sophie. Ague gently hooked my finger. I'm here. I'm here. I tightly held Ague's hand. Ague gently rubbed the back of my hand with his thumb. Don't cry, you have my contact information. Why didn't you tell me when you were this sick? I sobbed. I was afraid you'd cry. Ague smiled with difficulty. I'm fine. I just miss my grandma a bit. At the thought of Ague's grandma, I cried even harder. Ague looked at Jake. Brother. You did find sister in the end. Jake also stepped forward and held Ague's hand. How do you feel now? Ague shook his head and didn't answer. Jake thought for a while, then took out that note from his pocket. By the way, Ague, did you slip this note to me? Ague nodded slightly. Jake glanced at me, then asked, why? Brother, you like Sophie, right? Ague asked. Jake was taken aback, then nodded. How did Ague know? I asked. That day, brother had such a high fever. Taking medicine didn't seem to work. He kept tossing and turning in pain. Grandma asked me to go and take care of you. Ague said. At first, I didn't know what to do either. Until I noticed that brother kept staring at the photo on my desk. What photo? I asked. Ague looked at me. It's the photo Sophie left for me back then. Is it the photo of me? I asked. Ague nodded, so I took that photo and put it in front of brother. And he actually calmed down a lot. Then, I propped the photo up beside brother's pillow, Ague said with a smile. I thought brother might know Sophie. Jake scratched his head, so there was no such thing as a fairy girl. I just stared at the photo all night. I couldn't help laughing out loud. Why didn't you explain it to brother back then? Ague licked his dry lips. I suddenly got sick the next day. Before brother woke up, I was sent to the village doctor. Uncle Lou. I was stunned. Then couldn't help stroking Ague's face. You've worked hard. Ague. Ague looked at me for a while, then suddenly said, Sophie will marry brother. Right? Jake suddenly interjected, yes. I gave him a glare, yes what yes. Jake hung his head. Ague rarely laughed out loud, but it triggered a fit of coughing. I quickly patted Ague on the chest. Sophie. I'm fine now. Ague said. You want to go out for a walk? No. I'm not going anywhere. I'll stay with Ague. I quickly said. Ague shook his head. Sophie. I don't want you to watch me go. I completely broke down, and tears welled up in my eyes. At least we can say goodbye now. Ague raised his hand and wiped my tears with difficulty. Since we've said goodbye, there should be a chance to meet again, right? I lowered my head, feeling as if my throat was blocked. Sophie. And brother Jake. Goodbye. Ague patted my head. A week later, Jake and I still didn't attend Ague's funeral in the end. Just as he said, since we didn't see him leave, there's still hope of meeting again in our hearts. Back in Hangzhou, it felt like a lifetime had passed. So, last time I said that if the girl I saw that night turned out to be Sophie, she'd be my girlfriend. Jake's voice came from behind me. But unfortunately, as you all know, what I saw that night was just a photo of Sophie. So I lost this bet. However, a new round of fun has begun. Jake rushed to my side with his phone in hand. Live streaming challenge. Confess my love to Sophie in different ways for 30 consecutive days. I rolled my eyes. Jake. You're getting more and more shameless. Huh? Jake remained unmoved. Oh right. Today's public welfare donations from everyone have exceeded our expectations again. Sophie and I would like to thank everyone here for your contributions to the children in the remote mountainous areas. To show my appreciation for everyone's hard work, I'll read aloud the DMs Sophie sent me earlier. I froze. Then charged after Jake like a madwoman. Jake! If you dare read those, I'll make you scrub the floors until your knees give out. Jake sprinted into the sunlight waving his phone. Laughter booming across the courtyard. Babe. I'd give you my life.